Hey everybody, this is Shane. A few of you probably know me as the city builder from Crash Landing. You guys seem like you're pretty interested in some of my builds, so I figured I'd come on to another server and show you a village build that I've been working on. It's part of the Bevo, modified version of the Bevo Tech Pack on the Lords and Ladies of Anarchy server. This is a whitelisted server, so I can't help to get you on, but I figured I'd go ahead and show you the village I've been working on, and if you guys like this video, let me know, and I will see about maybe posting more of me actually building some of it. So let's go ahead and continue with the tour of the village. Okay, so here's the village I've been working on. You can see a few of the houses in the background still haven't got roofs on them, but it's coming along. Let's head on up here to the first set of houses. We'll do a walkthrough first, and then after that I'll fly over and let you guys get a little bit better look at everything. So starting off here at the edge of town, got the first two just general houses. Coming into the first house here, you have a fairly large area here I'm going to be using for the kitchen and living room. You'll have a small bedroom off to the side here, and then upstairs will be the master bedroom. Need to get a handrail up there. Have a tendency of falling off the stairs there. Probably end up using micro blocks to do the rails for that. But up here you got the master bedroom with a nice view of the river out the window here. Out the other side, not much of a view, but nonetheless. Go ahead and continue on to the next house. This house here, got another large area here that I'm going to be using for the living room and kitchen. Got two smaller bedrooms off to the side. And eventually I plan on having an upstairs. Haven't got stairs to it yet. That's going to be the second house of the village. Continuing on down to toward the city square here, we'll have the general store here. Still haven't came up with an ideal for it. Just getting the layout for it though. Of course, you'll have the city church. Once again, this one here, still getting the layout for it. Planning on having the entranceway here with maybe some coat closets to the sides. Having the pews through here. And then in the back, you'll have the preacher. Excuse me for a minute. A little bit of warp from Thaumcraft. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and I'll come back when it's over with. Okay, everybody. We're back again. Sorry about that. A little bit of an interruption. Thaumcraft has gotten to... The changes in Thaumcraft have been interesting to say the least. So back to where we was at. The back of the church will be where the preacher's living quarters will be at. Still need to add some windows and stuff, but it's getting there. On down, coming down this way, we'll have the mall district. So we'll have the butcher, the baker, and of course the candlestick maker. In this pack we don't have a whole lot of items to use for displaying items. We've got the drying racks from Tinker's Construct, which allows me to hang some stuff on the walls, and for displaying items I'm using the pedestals from Thaumcraft. And in the next room I've been doing a little testing with what I can do with them and some micro blocks to create a display case and countertop. In the back here you can see I've been working with some other stuff. I'm going to need to change these blocks to something else. These are just there for testing to see if I can get something to look like a cash register. I think it'll work out once I get the right blocks for it. Still need to add the displays for the windows, just using cobblestone for a placeholder. Across the street from the mall district, you'll have the train station. Need to get someone that's a little bit better at railcraft than I am to teach me how to use the mod. But I'm still working on the textures for it. Not sure about these nether bricks. Maybe some just regular red bricks for it. We'll see. Continue on down, you have the two farmhouses. Off to the left here, we'll have the first one. Still working on the floor plan here, but I'm thinking it's going to be a large area here for living room and kitchen. Over here will be a small bedroom, and you'll have a back door leading out to the farm fields. I will be changing all these fences out for carpenter's blocks fences. Still need to add a roof to this one here. You can see I've started laying out the base before we start placing the carpenter's blocks. Across the street from the farm there, we have the ranch. This is where I've gotten a few of the walls up. I have the living room and kitchen over here. Across near the back of the house, you'll have a small bedroom. Once again, I may end up putting a floor upstairs. Haven't decided yet. Continue on out back. We have the barn. Still see it's still pretty much work in progress. I'm thinking I do like these living wood planks. It's kind of got the right texture and look for the barn. It's going to be a small barn, but I'm trying to keep everything on this build fairly small. It's kind of hard to do when you're wanting to do a lot of detail. Keeping things small adds a little bit of challenge to it. Once again, these fences out back will be changed to carpenter's blocks, and I do plan on expanding it, making it a little bit larger field. But let's see here. Continue on. That's about it for everything I've got built so far. Future plans do include the beach down here. I plan on adding a public beach area to this main spot right here. Maybe a small pier, stuff like that for people to fish off of. Off over in that direction, I plan on doing some industrial wharfs and a few other industrial buildings. And a little bit further out in the water, you can just see it there, is a sand dune that I plan on adding the lighthouse to. And that's the basics of the village so far that I've got. That structure over there was here when I got here. It's not being used anymore, so I plan on tearing it down later on. And let's go ahead and fly around a little bit, if my computer can keep up. There's the sand barge that I'm going to be using to build the lighthouse on. And right here is going to be the area that I'm going to be putting the industrial area at. We'll need to be clearing out some land, but shouldn't be too bad. And got a little bit of lag there. Game freezing up on me. So let's go ahead and fly over the village and give a better view of all the houses. So here's the ranch house. One thing I have found out is that with some of these roofs, if you don't flatten them out, you'll end up with a really funny looking roof, and they'll be really high and steep. So I've had to flatten some out. And a trick that I've learned with doing this is that if you're going to do any kind of flat roof on any of the buildings, then you need to add it to all the buildings. Because if you only have one or two buildings that are flat and all the others are come up to a point, then it kind of throws off the balance of the builds. So on all the buildings, you'll notice there are some flat spots on all the builds. That way, it just kind of lends to the overall style of the entire village. So they all have some common aspect to them on the roof layouts, aside from just the textures. But yeah, that's the farmhouse. The ranch house over here is the farmhouse. See, I still need to finish working on some of the terrain to it. I'm going to keep most of the industrial buildings fairly low roofs with flat tops on them, using the black cobblestone for the roofs on them to kind of represent the black tar. Church house is really just one long rectangle building, not much to it. Other houses, I've just been, playing with shapes and seeing how that works out. These blocks here is just some stuff I've been working on for the possibility of another village. But that's about it for now. Of course, here in the middle I've got my let me get rid of this guy real quick. But I've got my quantum link chamber that I use to connect to my base, which is a few hundred blocks that way. There it is. 300 blocks that way. Keeps me from having to run back and forth whenever I forget something. Well, that's about it. If you go over and somewhere a little bit safer. Well, that's it for this video. If you like it, let me know. Sorry about it being a little bit rough, my first video, but once again, if you like it and you want to see me actually doing some building on this, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Till then, everybody take it easy and have fun.